Welcome, everybody, and happy April Fool's Day to all of you. But we will not make fools of you. We're here to talk about some good stuff tonight, or
Yes.
today, actually. We are a couple of fools, but we're good fools. We're the good kind,
Lovable fools.
depending on who you ask. But welcome to another episode of Lunches with Punches. I
Yes.
am Drew, and the main man who gave this show its name is.
It's me, Joe Punches. How everybody doing today? Drew, I know you said offline a bit ago you're doing pretty good, and I'm in the same boat with you.
Yeah, I can't complain. As long as everything goes the way it should. We have food in our fridge. Our cats are fed. We're fed. We have running electricity and water, and our internet's working great. I can't ask for much. I'm a very simple man with simple tastes. So,
Same.
but let's get it started. So I imagine the first thing on our docket today, because I know you have to get out of here rather quickly. So let's get everything out of the way. Let's start with Daredevil.
Yes.
Daredevil Born Again Season 2 dropped last week. So far, it's been 3 episodes. Last week was just 1 episode. Last night was 2 episodes. So one, two,
Yes.
three. I guess let me get your thoughts out of the way. So overall, how do you feel about Daredevil season or Daredevil Born Again Season 2 so far?
I'm liking it. I already got the gist that the first several episodes were going to be more of a lot of talking, a little bit of more of a slow burn with some action thrown in. And from what I'm reading, the rest of the season is going to pick up pretty fast and pretty hard. So I'm liking it. I'm liking how we're diving into a little bit more of the side characters. A little bit more of Little White Tiger, get more into her character, and which I'm liking that. Um, Definitely, the season's relatable to stuff going on in the real world. So I mean, I don't know if that was intentionally done, or what, but yeah, I'm liking it so far. I think there's 6 episodes total this season. Eight, eight.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So we got 5 more to go. So, yeah, I'm ready. Give me more. Give me more.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm loving it so far. It's been a little bit of a slow burn, but kind of what you just said from podcasters and critics um, have all said that from episode 3 on is when it really starts to pick up. And from what I heard, again, you brought up like real world issues, with the vigilante task force, which is mirroring a certain other task force in reality, whose name we shall not mention because we're not a political show. We're a fun
No.
entertainment show. And Kingpin representing a certain orange man in a certain big, giant, colorful, or not really a colorful, house up in Washington. We'll just keep it at that.
Yeah.
Which is, again, very on the nose. But they do it in a way that doesn't seem very, I guess, too distracting. Or I guess I shouldn't say distracting. I guess not as annoying or in your face about it.
Right. Yeah. They're not like rubbing your nose in and be like, look at this. See what we're doing? It's very just like, this is part of the plot. And if you find it relatable, then that's on you.
Yeah, exactly. Um, Jack Legend Hackled is in the YouTube chat. He says, "You guys like Marvel? I mean, what gave us away?
What do you mean?
I don't
That's
even know what this
news.
shirt is. I thought this was an anime character of some sort. No, but welcome to the chat, people. Any new faces?
Yes.
Anyone on the YouTube chat? Anyone on Twitter? Anyone on Facebook? Because we're
Yes.
broadcasting on 3 different. Yeah, Kingpin. Yeah, because we're talking about Daredevil Born Again. If you didn't see in the title, I don't mean to be condescending. Just it's like I usually. But no, I really am liking this season so far. What I really do like about it is it's not so much Daredevil and Kingpin centric. It's
Yep.
giving more breathing room to the supporting characters, like Cherry, like Heather, the psychiatrist. Who at first I was like, "Where's this going?" And then I'm like, "Ooh, this is going. This might be going somewhere interesting."
Yeah.
And then with last night's episode with the character of the swordsman, who
Yes.
by Tony Dalton, who, and if anyone saw Better Call Saul, you already know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
He came out in Hawkeye, which I wasn't nuts about because I thought they kind of made him a very goofy character.
Yeah, more comedic.
Yeah, and this season they made him more serious and a more serious storyline. And with last night's episode, where Daredevil pretty much breaks into the facility, like Swordsman's kind of a badass.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get more him, not necessarily him in like full garb, but let's see him more in action, which I think we're gonna. If anybody who has seen some stills of future episodes, you get that lineup of Daredevil supporters, and so I definitely think we're gonna get more swordsman action going on.
Oh yeah, I mean anything with Tony Dalton, please give me that. And you'd mentioned that. I mean, it's not really a spoiler. It was in the trailer. We're getting Jessica Jones. We're getting
Yep.
Kristen Ritter returning, who just looks scrumdiddlyicious as ever. Jack Legend asked, "What if Thunderbolts was in there?" So, the character of Matthew Lillard, which we'll kind of segue into, he's obviously great. Like Matthew
Yes.
Lillard's great and everything. I like the fact that he just comes in, he just kind of
He's laid back and cocky at the same time.
yeah, like like Kingpin would have killed anyone for speaking to him the way he did, but his character obviously has some ties to some very powerful people,
Yep.
Which they gave away in the first episode because like he's eating a gyro, which I kind of want a gyro.
Yeah, yeah, they're delicious.
And like there's these like was it FBI people that are just talking shit, and the phone ring is like, you're gonna want to answer that. And whoever it is, you find out who it is because you hear, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Von." Was it Miss Defontaine?
Dave Fontaine, yeah.
Which I'm like, oh, that's who he's connected to. Which it was kind of a reveal when you saw his character come out. He's in DC, which they revealed that this takes place after Thunderbolts. Which again, whenever they say this takes place after this, I'm like, okay, I'll buy
Right.
it. Sure, but that kind of makes sense with how his character's lined up. So, where was I going? But yeah, Matthew Lillard, I think he's awesome. I can't wait to see where his character goes. I kind of hope it's not just a one-off.
Right.
I do hope we see him in more projects because it's Matthew Lillard. I've always liked Matthew Lillard. I feel like I am Team Lillard, because of someone whose name I won't mention. But he's great. The rest of the supporting cast is great. My girl Karen, great to see her back.
Yep.
BB, I with as little as she's done, which they did reveal that she does have a big role on this show so far. She's I don't know if we should get into spoilers. Let's not spoil anything. Actually,
Yeah.
For anyone that hasn't seen Daredevil Born Again, we're just going to keep it very vague.
Yep.
But yeah, last night's episode, it is kind of revealed that she is playing a rather big role on the show. And
yes,
it was revealed what it was last night.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. What if there was okay? I had someone's name on the tip of my tongue. Michael Gandolfini. I'll talk about him.
Yes.
He's someone that I obviously haven't seen his other work. I didn't see the Sopranos movie.
Yeah,
so I can't really speak on that. But when he came out last season, I kind of had a hard time. I was trying to wrap my mind around something. I'm like, is he really a good actor? Is it just or is it just what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word that everyone keeps saying that I'm forgetting? Famous Daddy.
Oh, James Gandolfini.
Well, no. What's the word where it's like I keep forgetting.
Nepo.
Nepo. There you go. Like, is he really talented or just nepotism? And this season, it seems like he has something to do. So I love when shows can do that, when it's less about the top two characters and more about, world building, because it makes you want to go, I want to see them interact with this character. Like, I want to see Cherry show up in Spider-Man Brand New Day and interact with Spider-Man like that. Like,
right.
Like, that'd be pretty cool. And I brought up Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul, I thought, did a better job at world building because it wasn't just about Saul. kind of like Breaking Bad was just primarily about Walt and Jesse. This show was about everybody else. It was about Mike. It was about Nacho. It was about Salamanca. It was about the Salamancas. It was about everybody else. And I thought that was the perfect way to do world building, kind of like how Born Again season 2 is about world building.
Yep.
So, and I think the fight choreography is great with the fight in the detention center, as we'll call it.
Yes.
I thought that was amazing. I'm a sucker for one shots, and each season of Daredevil always seems to just up the ante with their one shots. I will say the prison fight in season 3 was maybe my favorite one. Especially when John Draper showed up as the Albanian crime boss.
Yes.
Shout out to John Draper, by the way.
Yes.
But I thought this was really, really good. I mean, they could up it with the upcoming episodes to come, but yeah, I mean, that's really all I have. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to add.
No, I mean, you brought up Gandolfini. I mean, they're really diving, again, we're going to keep spoilers to a nil here, but, you're trying to figure out as the story's going along, like, because he's towing that line. He seems to want power, and how much is he willing to sacrifice to get that power? And I just think it's intriguing. They're building on his relationship with Kingpin. Like, he holds Kingpin like, hey, I want what this guy has. How can I get there? But whose feet am I going to have to step on in the process to do that? Because they're building more on his and BB's relationship as well. Because I mean, no spoilers, but yeah, stuff was revealed in the last 2 episodes that there's probably be consequences as the season goes on, good or bad.
Yeah, because they're already about to film season 3.
Yeah. Yep.
And we don't even know how the season's going to end. The only thing we kind of been told is that it's supposed to head into Brand New Day.
Yeah. And Punisher, I mean, that's dropping when the season finale happens of season 2. So,
well, it's actually the week after.
Oh, it's the week after. Okay. That's stuff's gonna go on there because we know Punisher. Spoiler is in the new Spider-Man. So, and if you remember how season 1 of Born Again ended, we know Frank's up to something. So it's gonna be interesting how they tie everything together because again, we don't even know a whole lot of nothing about Lillard's character. Like, you know, what does he got going on where he has power over Kingpin?
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of that's gonna be flushed out. I think it's gonna come. It's gonna come fast. I mean, I think the next few episodes are going to be a lot more faster paced, action packed, and a lot more stuff is going to be unfolded in front of our eyes. So I'm really excited. I mean, I'm amped.
No, I'm amped because it's like, where's this? I like not knowing.
Yeah,
I love not knowing. I don't want anyone to tell me. Like Tuesday nights is like mandatory, television.
Yeah.
Watch because Marvel's kind of on a hot streak now. They're kind of back. They're kind of back to where they once were. But I like the fact that they're going after more simple storytelling. More street based. Because Wonder Man was a surprise hit. I think that was a show that nobody had any expectations for, and it ended up becoming like a top 5 MCU show for me.
Well, I think because Marvel's been pissing the bed for so long that I think a lot of people's expectations are now like, I mean, it's just like Wonder Man. I mean, it's like one of those things like, I have to see it. No, it's just like, oh, let me just turn this on. And we're like, oh, holy crap, this is actually really good storytelling. And so I think we're ramping back up where Marvel's doing less shows, less movies, but they're more impactful and they're better written, better stories.
No, agreed. I think for the movies, that's where you need to. The movies are where you need to play your greatest hits, so to speak, because you have Spider-Man, you have Doomsday, You have Secret Wars, and eventually you're going to have the X-Men. Eventually you're going to bring back the Fantastic Four. And it almost seems like they're going back to the 2000s of like, we're going to have an MCU that's going to be very Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and X-Men centric, which
Yeah.
I think at this point, that's all you kind of need.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can include other characters. You can have Captain America show up in other movies or whatever. But I mean, there's a possibility that you can maybe even recast some characters after
Yeah.
Secret Wars. We might have a different Iron Man that's not going to be a playoff of Robert Downey Jr. It's going to be a different take. We can have a different Steve Rogers. We can have a different Thor. We can have a different, Black Widow. Even though we technically still have a Black Widow with Florence Pugh, I think she's amazing. But Secret Wars, the idea is that it's going to be a reset.
Yep.
We're going to have one MCU with a world full of mutants and vampires and creatures and everything else, not just like multiple universes. So I'm fine with that. I like the fact that they're going back to basics.
Yeah.
I think with the TV shows you can get away with a lot because it's TV shows. You can be a little bit more creative, whereas the movies, like I said, they need to kind of gain the trust back from the fans.
Yeah, you need to include that fanfare, especially because you got to get people to the theaters, and theaters isn't exactly like going to the dollar store. I mean, you're putting in an investment, so you got to be good.
It also doesn't help that gas is expensive, so people aren't rushing out to the theaters anymore because they'd rather just use that money to get a full tank of gas, or at least like a half tank. I had to get 41 in my car today. It's like,
yeah.
And it's like, I know people with trucks are like 40. Like, yeah, I don't have a truck. I have a Jeep. Deal with it. But yeah, I mean, movies aren't the same. That's another conversation for another time. But it's like, so far it's I know it's like I know it's it's barely April. It's literally April today. But so far there haven't been a lot of heavy hitters. I mean, there's been Project Hail Mary, which I thought was great, and that's making money, but we're still not in summer. I think summer is where I guess the bigger movies are going to come out.
Yeah,
make the most money, like an Odyssey, like a Spider-Man, like a Supergirl, and then later on you had Doomsday and Dune.
Yeah, I think the first big player comes out this weekend, and because that's Super Mario.
Okay, which I guess that segues into another topic. So Super Mario actually came out today.
Oh, right, yeah. It did come out today, didn't it?
Or I guess technically it came out yesterday, since movies usually come out the day before. But
right.
Yeah, it's already out. And let me pull it up real quick. Apparently the reviews are no bueno.
Oh,
go ahead.
I went on a little diatribe last night. And you saw that on Twitter. They're talking about the Rotten Tomatoes scores, which I don't hold a can of gas to Rotten Tomatoes anymore. I much rather, when you look at what the fans think, because I think a lot of critics, especially, a lot of times, critics on Rotten Tomatoes are, a lot of times just people like us who are just typing, who have agendas and are going to try to shoehorn things their way. So I don't hold a can of gas to, what the percentage is. That's because I said last night the first Super Mario Brothers was 59% on Rotten Tomatoes, and Super Mario's was like one of my top 5 favorite movies of that year. What was it, 2023?
I believe,
or 2024.
No, I think you're right. 2023. Yeah, 2023.
Yeah, and everybody we know loved that movie. Our guys over at Spitball Media, all 3 of them love that movie. We love the movie. So
and Shaheen hates everything. I'm playing.
Right. So I don't know why. It's fucking Mario Brothers. You're gonna get what you're gonna get, and obviously from the trailer and who they dropped this week in the news is gonna be in the movie. Obviously, they're going to build upon that universe, which I'm excited about. So.
No, everything you said is right on the money. It has a 44% Rotten score on Rotten Tomatoes, which is just like, yeah, it's Super Mario Brothers, dude. Like, what do you want? I mean, I know we're all about like, yeah, we want a good story. A good story is what matters, but it's like in this case, it's like it's Super Mario Brothers. We just want to have fun. We want the
Yep.
cameos. We want that nostalgia. And nostalgia can sometimes hurt a movie than help. But in this case, it's like I'm still gonna see it. You know,
Oh
Rotten
yeah.
Tomatoes. People, I mean, it's one of those things of like, why do we still talk about it? But sometimes we kind of have to do talk about it just to
Yep.
point out the lunacy. It's like with Meltzer's, you know, PWI awards. It's like, yeah, we know it's bullshit. We know who's voting for him, but it's like sometimes we have to point out the lunacy of it. You know.
Yep.
But in this case, it's like whenever Rotten Tomatoes is like a double edged sword. It's like the movies they give bad reviews to are really not that bad,
Right.
and then the movies they give good reviews to are not that great.
Right.
Like I forget which movie that I forget which movie they gave like a perfect score to, and I saw it. I'm like, what? Like, why was this great? Like, it wasn't that good. It was just okay. And usually the ones they give like piss poor reviews to, like if it's like a 1%, I'm like, yeah, you guys were kind of ratting this one.
Right.
But yeah, with Mario, it's like I'm still gonna see it. You know, Star Fox is in it. You know, Glenn Powell is playing him, which I remember Star Fox. You know, for the Super Nintendo, that was
Oh,
a
yep.
fun,
Me too.
it's a fun game. It was like it's basically Star Wars. You know, it's another version of Star Wars, and it's fun as fuck. Um, you know, I'll be honest, I haven't played the other games, so I can't really speak on that too much. I know everyone's like, you know, oh, we're getting a Star Fox movie. I'm like, I mean, if that happens, that'll be awesome. And you got Glenn Powell, who's a big movie star ish, you know, at the moment. Um, and I don't know if I'm going to see it today or this weekend, but it's Super Mario Brothers. It's
It's easy gonna make a bill. It
it,
easily.
it's gonna make a billion. It's gonna
Yep.
crack its previous predecessor and make a billion. Um, you know, people are going to take their kids. People are going to go there with their kids and enjoy it as much as them. There's going to be people that maybe think about buying a Switch 2 or buying a Mario game to play it. Um, I mean, Brie Larson. Brie Larson actually seems more likable
Yep.
being in being in a Mario movie. Which, to be honest, I never hated Brie Larson the way the internet pretended to hate her. I just thought maybe sometimes she put her foot in her mouth
Yep.
one too many times, but I think she's lovely in this. You got Donald Glover as Yoshi. Uh, I mean, the only caveat is the guy who's voicing Mario,
Oh, Pratt.
which poor guy. I can't be mad at him for taking a role. I'm more mad at his agent, if anything, who just suggests him for everything.
Right.
You know,
But yeah, I'm excited. It's a great cast. I saw several people say like, "Oh, we're getting a Star Fox movie." I think we're heading more towards Smash Brothers, which I think we're heading that direction because I've been seeing a lot of rumors about possible cameo, maybe Mario popping up in the next Sonic movie. So it'll be interesting because
I was about to,
that's
I was about to say Sonic is in Super Smash Brothers, right?
yep,
And they're about to film Sonic 4.
yes,
Hmm. So I know
interesting,
they're doing a Zelda movie, which that's
yep,
supposed to be live action.
yep.
Which they already cast a Link, they already cast a Zelda, and they're you know unknowns, which I like by the way. Um, man, so much you can do. I mean, freaking, you know, Ruben Prime will love this. Metroid Prime. They should do a.
Oh yeah,
They could possibly do a Metroid Prime movie. What are some other games that they could do? I mean,
and
they
see
already
that's
did a.
that. Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I'm
No,
saying like they already did a Detective Pikachu movie.
yep, yep, and they could always do hundreds of different types of Pokemon movies. It doesn't have to be just Detective Pikachu, because that's one thing. And I don't know if you saw her interview, but Brie Larson talked about you know movies and trying to get people back to theaters and how like movies have been trying to draw from comic books or trying to get from this, and she's like, we need to be drawing more inspiration from video games. And I was just like, not a bad idea. I mean, we
Yeah,
have the technology now where we can make really good movies, plus have really great stories. So, I mean, there's a lot of different. I mean, you mentioned Metroid Prime. We got Mario Brothers. We got Sonic that are good movies. Um, what else we got? Like I said, Zelda coming out at some point. We got a new Resident Evil that's not Resident Evil uh, coming out
there's a
next
God of
year.
War TV show coming out.
We're gonna hold our thoughts on that one until we actually see it. I mean, I
Alex
thought,
Garland's doing a video game movie for A24. I forget which
oh
one that was.
yeah, what is he doing? Um,
Oh, fuck. Hold on, I need to look that up. But keep talking.
no, I mean Halo wasn't good. They ruined that up like 3 episodes in.
Elden Ring. That's what it is.
Elden Ring. Okay, okay, yep, yep. There's just like so many avenues we can go down.
And then Ari Aster's producing a Death Stranding movie for A24.
Oh, interesting. I couldn't get into those games. Too hard.
Yeah, me neither.
Too
Like
hard.
I thought. I mean, if people love them, if people like a thing, that's awesome. It wasn't for me. It was a little bit too convoluted for me, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. But yeah, I agree. Like video games, like comic book movies, there's going to be a lot of comic books that come out. Like they're going to last until until movies officially go kaputs,
Right.
um, or bye byes in the car, as Joe Numbers would say. But like, I think with video game movies, it's just like there's so much material you can use. I mean, bring in the writers, bring in people that actually understand video games because I'm surprised. I'm like, I like the fact that video game movies are some of them are treated with more respect than others, but then there's ones where you're like, why are we still doing the 2000 shit? Like, why are we still doing the everything needs to look cool, everything needs to have slow motion effects shit? Like, just write a good story for, and there's a lot you can draw from. Like the Silent Hill movie that came out, that was awful. That was god
Uh,
awful.
I haven't watched it yet, but I heard it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, and it's like Silent Hill itself has a good story, like
Yeah.
and you just convoluted it and just made it terrible.
The
And
first movie was actually pretty decent for its
yeah,
time.
yeah.
I mean, I know I watched it a couple months ago, and some of the CGI, you're like, oh, you can tell that's from like 2006. Um, so yeah, especially if you love the horror genre, a lot to choose from there. Of course, you got a lot of action. You got a lot of games that are kid centric, like your Mario Brothers, like Zelda, Pokemon, Mega Man. Actually, I think they came out with a Mega Man movie a couple years ago, didn't they? No, I'm thinking Astro Boy. Never mind.
No, okay.
Um, but yeah, so if we get really good stories, um, I'm all for it.
Yeah, and it's just like it seems like there's a lot of video games that come out and they're very story centric.
Yeah,
The Last of Us was probably the best example because it was a story about like a father whose daughter was killed, and now he has like this new, I guess, little girl to take care of that
right.
becomes his daughter. Um, so those are good stories to draw from. I let me ask you something. So what like if you had to choose one video game, like anything, to either have a movie or a TV show or just have a better version of it, if it had like a not so good one previously, what would it be?
Oh man, It's- I mean, if I wouldn't mind because it just celebrated the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil. I would love a really good, and I would like it if it was really close to what the video games were.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got your Chris Redfield, you got your Jill Valentine,
Mm-hmm.
you got your Wesker. I mean, if you kept it real story centric, like the games are, and made that, I would actually prefer to see that as a TV series. You know, hard R goes for the gut. Um, you could easily pull 3 or 4 seasons. You know, basically, just following the storylines of these characters. So that's one because the Resident Evil that Netflix dropped was shit.
Yeah.
The movie that Netflix made was shit. Um, so that's why my hopes for the Kreger movie It's up there. You better deliver. I mean, do I need? That's why people are like, "Why are you calling it Resident Evil if it has nothing to do with Resident Evil?" I'm like, well, it's probably gonna be Resident Evil because it's probably gonna be similar zombies. Like you're gonna get your zombie dogs. You're gonna get your different creatures that he'll probably pull from the video games. It may not have the characters that we're familiar with, but if he could have a great story and build his own little Resident Evil universe, I'll go see it a million times.
I agree. Like with Resident Evil, it's like the first Resident Evil movie that came out in like was it 02? It was okay.
Yeah.
It was exceptional. It's like, well, this at least looks like a Resident Evil movie. 2 was decent, and then everything on was just bad. And I only saw 20 minutes of Welcome to Raccoon City. I had to turn it off.
Oh,
I didn't even bother watching the shows because I just saw that one clip of that girl dancing to Dua Lipa for some reason, and I like Dua Lipa, but it's like, why are you singing to Dua Lipa if it's a Resident Evil show? But whatever. But no, I agree with you. I have faith in Zach Kreger to make a good Resident Evil movie, even though it's not really Resident Evil. Which is funny because when I saw Barbarian, my idea was like that was probably the best Resident Evil movie I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
It legit looked like a Resident Evil movie. It reminded me of Biohazard somewhat.
Yeah.
And then he comes out with, I want to make a Resident Evil movie, and then he makes it. I'm like, oh, awesome. Which they just wrapped production, by the way. It's supposed to come out in September, I believe. So I have faith in him. I believe him. My choice, and I'm going to go with another PlayStation, Resident Evil isn't just primarily a PlayStation game, but like, I'm just going to go primarily with a PlayStation game that they did a movie of that I thought was decent. But then when I rewatched it, I realized, oh, wait, this is terrible. Was Uncharted.
Yeah.
I love the Uncharted games. During COVID, I, like everyone else, just like spent a lot of time gaming. And so I bought a lot of video games because all we could do was just stay inside, which I'll be honest, I kind of miss those days. So I bought a lot of the Uncharted games because I heard good things about it. And I just became a fan. And so they made the movie with Tom Holland, who's Sony's cash cow, which Tom Holland, great Spider-Man, not a good Nathan Drake.
Nope.
Mark Wahlberg, not a good
He plays a great Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, there you go. Which originally he was supposed to play Nathan Drake for some reason, and then he got too old and they made him Sully. Which there's actually a fan film, like a short fan film on YouTube where Nathan Fillion is playing Nathan Drake.
Oh wow!
And who's the dude from Avatar? The old dude. He was also in that movie Don't Breathe. Steven.
Yeah,
he plays Sully in the short film. And I obviously, if Nathan Fillion was 15, 20 years younger, he'd be a perfect Nathan Drake. But that's not the case anymore. And I love Nathan Fillion, but it's like we need some, younger guys. I see Chris Matthews.
Hey, Chris. What's going on, brother?
Mr. Matthews. But yeah. Yeah, Uncharted it's an easy movie to do. It's a very easy movie to do. Was I lagging?
Yeah, you were lagging there for a bit.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
You're good.
Okay. Okay. Testing 1 2 1 2. All right. Yeah, Uncharted's a very easy. It's very easy to do. I personally would like that better as a series. Especially you look at Prime. Prime has become almost like the hotbed for not just like independent, comics turned into shows like The Boys, but also a video game show or a video game channel because you have Fallout, and then you have the God of War show, which, like you said, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I think they're doing another video game show, if I'm not mistaken, or I might be mistaken. But Uncharted would be a really good show. You need for Nathan Phil, not Nathan Phil. I keep saying Nathan Fillion. I have Nathan Fillion on mine. I love Nathan. But for Nathan Drake, it's like it's simple. You need someone who is a good shit talker, who's believable as a killer, and who has a lot of emotional damage.
Yeah.
With Tom Holland, they were trying to go origin story of like this is how he becomes who he is, and it's like I wasn't buying it. Like I
Right.
wasn't buying Tom Holland as a killer. I was buying him more as this is Tom Holland playing a role.
Right.
Um, but I would love to see an Uncharted show. It done by people who actually know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Granted, the last movie made money, but I don't want to see an Uncharted movie with Tom Holland. I want to see an
No.
Uncharted movie with a different Nathan Drake, someone who actually understands the character and fits the character, someone who actually is a soul and is has great action, has a great story, and that's really all I want.
Yeah,
So
and you really could span that out into a series because like each game basically has we're trying to get this treasure or we're trying to find this particular like Fountain of Youth or um, uh, Lost City of whatever. You could span that out into 8 to 10 show series.
right,
It really,
there's been 4 games, and including the spinoff, which I haven't finished yet, but it's basically Indiana Jones for a new
yeah,
generation.
yeah, basically what
Like
it is.
just draw from that. You have so much material to draw from. And with these Hollywood types that I get it, sometimes you want to make your own you want to do your own thing. You don't always want to heavily go off of that. And I get it. Like I think if you just did frame for frame, word for word, from the game, it would just look like you're just copying someone else's work. And I get it. You
Right,
want to add your own spin to it. But then there's just sometimes where you look at it, you're like, did you actually play the game?
right,
Or at least like watch like a walkthrough? like
right,
I don't know. Like it's like with Last of Us, they took out some things to kind of make it more realistic. And I'm just like, okay, I get it to some degree. Um, they took out some things from the game, which I'm like, I kind of wish you didn't take that out.
right,
Like the opening scene where they go after Bill. And I get it because like that whole scene in the game was just a scene for the game where you're like killing random people to get to the
right,
boss. I'm like, okay, maybe they just felt that was too video gamey. And then you get to the season finale and it becomes a video game. It's basically
right,
the video game where Joel kills everybody in the hospital. I'm like, okay, so you didn't want to do that because it was too video gamey, but you decided that was fine enough for real life, where Pedro Pascal is just murdering everyone in the hospital. I
right.
was just like, okay, sure. Um, but I don't know. I mean that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah,
Please give me Uncharted uh, an Uncharted TV series on Prime. That'd be dope.
be right there
Uh,
with you.
but as far as topic, I mean, as far as that topic goes, we're kind of finished. What did, or actually, no, there's something I wanted to run by since we were talking about Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
So I have a list of movies uh, from BuzzFeed that Rotten Tomatoes gave bad scores to. That, according to this, 29 movies that critics absolutely hated, but people swear are actually amazing from Rotten Tomatoes.
All right.
All right. Again, these are just opinions. Maybe we don't feel the same way. But the first one is Sucker Punch. I got a 22% score on Rotten Tomatoes.
I thought Sucker Punch was fine. I mean, had some good action to it, but I didn't get into it as much as some other people I know I did. I mean, if I were going to do a Zack Snyder movie, I mean, I'll Shaw's not going to like this, but I'll take 300 over Sucker Punch, or I'll um, or Watchmen. I thought Watchmen was Snyder's best work. If we're not going to count Dawn of the Dead, because that's basically a remake, but still a great movie. But if we're doing like, I would say probably Watchmen. I would pick that over Sucker Punch.
Uh, I know Dawn of the Dead was an IP, but Dawn of the Dead's one of my favorites. It's probably my favorite Zack Snyder movie. And then the Snyder Cut, and then I haven't seen 300. mainly because I'm Persian. No, I didn't see it because I didn't. I looked at it and goes, yeah, I'm not watching that. But yeah, Sucker Punch, I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was terrible. It was a little
Right.
goofy, but if anything, it's probably my least favorite of his work.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was terrible. Just Go With It, starring Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, 19%.
Wow. Really? I mean,
Mhm.
it was, again, fine. I don't think it's 19% bad, but I thought it was fine. It's a rom com.
Never saw it. It came out on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean rom coms. It's people are gonna like them, people aren't. You know, it is what it is. But I haven't seen it, so I can't speak on it.
Gotcha.
Amsterdam, 32%.
Amsterdam. I don't think I've
That
ever
was
watched it.
that was that movie that had like a stack cast. It had Christian Bale, um,
Oh, yeah.
Margot Robbie. It came out the same time as Terrifier 2, and
It
Terrifier
bombed
2 ended up making
horribly.
more money than it's.
Yeah, I remember that now. Okay. Because, yeah, it was a little bit post COVID when that came out.
Yeah, it was 2022.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember because I think they actually talked about it over at Spitball Media. They said, like, how horrible it did. So, yeah, never watched it, but maybe that's the percentage is justified. I don't know.
Yeah, Chris says Amsterdam was awful. Oh,
Oh,
I can't speak on it. Let me just give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn this off. Okay, maybe that's why there was a lag. All right, Femme Fatale, 49%.
Femme
That was
Fatale. I
with
don't think I watched it.
Antonio Banderas and Rebecca Romijn.
I've heard of it, never seen it.
Brian De Palma's Femme Fatale is a dreamy, gleefully implausible Eurotrash spin on a mid-century film noir.
Ooh, I love film noir.
Can't speak on it.
Can't speak on it.
Atlantis: The Lost Empire. I like that.
I like that movie too. That was a good one. That's the is that the Disney one?
It's with I believe Michael J. Fox. He plays the
Oh
lead.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good movie, man. That doesn't deserve that score.
49%. Yeah,
Yeah.
that came out in the age of Disney movies where I think that was like the last golden age of like was it hand drawn
Yeah.
animation?
Yeah, I think
So
that
there's
was one of the
that.
last. Yeah.
Yeah, there was that. There was Emperor's New Groove. Um, what's the one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Planet something. Treasure
All right.
Planet.
Trash Planet. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
That one's not bad. I haven't watched it in forever though, so I may have to be one I
Yeah.
have to sit down and watch again.
I like it has that Google Doll song that I always kept hearing. I know that Google Doll song more than the movie. But one of these days, eventually, I will watch Treasure Planet.
Nice.
But Atlantis, come on, it's a good movie. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Tomatoes. Couples Retreat, a 10% score.
That's the one with Favreau and
Mm-hmm. And
Vince
Vince
Vaughn.
Vaughn. Mm-hmm.
That was fine. I mean, you said it got 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a rom com with some, you know, low hanging fruit comedy in it. It was fine.
Yeah, I mean, comedies don't seem to do well anymore. I mean,
No,
rom coms in general, unless there's like big stars or what have you. But yeah, The Haunted Mansion from 03, 13%.
Eddie Murphy one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good, but it's fine. I mean, it's Disney.
I never saw it. I saw the remake a few years ago, and that one wasn't all that great.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, basically they paid Eddie Murphy a shit ton of money to make a not so good movie, but it is what it
Which
is.
is basically Eddie Murphy's career post 80s.
Yes.
Man, Grease 2 got a 30% rate.
Say that
Never,
again. What was?
Grease 2,
Oh no, shit! I never. No, I heard it's awful, but no, I never watched it.
never saw it. Saw Grease, the original Grease. I never saw Grease 2. I know Grease 2 is with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, isn't
Um,
it? Is it directed by Sly Stallone, or did he copy
uh,
it? I can't remember.
I don't, I do not know. If anyone in the chat can verify that for us, that'd be dope. Number 9, Cabin Boy, got a 48% rating.
Cabin Boy.
That's with fuck's his name? Chris Elliott.
I've never watched it.
Never watched it either. Heard it was funny. My mom thought it was funny. Sahara with Matthew McConaughey, 38%.
Again, it's a rom-com / action adventure. Again, it's one of those movies where they paid McConaughey a shit ton of money to play McConaughey in the desert. It was fine. I mean, is it great? No. Is it awful? No. It's fine.
If like like in the early to mid 2000s, when you were watching a Matthew McConaughey movie, you knew what you were in for, so you can't complain.
Yeah.
You can't say that was awful, that was not that great, that was meh. It's like it's Matthew McConaughey from the 2000s to mid.
Yeah.
Frailty, I thought was great. Frailty is
awesome.
Frailty is, I think, is his best role, in my opinion. But anyone that hasn't seen Frailty, watch Frailty. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
This is gonna be good. Catwoman, 8% rating.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with that. Doesn't take a lot for me. It takes a lot for me to disdain a movie. I remember when that movie came out, I had one friend who really liked it. And I turned and said, "Are you fucking stupid?" I was like, to this day, like, when it's like, you've seen it, right?
Yes.
The final, like, fight between her and Sharon Stone. And, like, Sharon Stone says some stupid fucking line. I can't remember what it was. I just remember like, standing up going, I wasted an hour and a half of my fucking life. Oh, I hate that movie.
I never saw it in theaters. I watched it on HBO. So thank God for that, but that's still time wasted. Listen, if that's your thing, cool. More power to you, but that was a terrible movie. That was just awful. So like, bad. It wasn't even like it's so awful it's good. It's like, no, it's awful. It's so awful it shouldn't be shown anywhere. I'll give Halle Berry credit where credit is due. She at least showed up to the Razzies to accept her award.
Right.
And she reacted the way when she won her Oscar, when she was like crying. I'm like, okay, she's a good sport for that. But it's like, no. You made a Catwoman movie that had nothing to do with Batman. She wasn't even called Selena Kyle. It wasn't in Gotham. It's like you just made a Catwoman movie for no reason, essentially.
Yeah, it's like one of those things like, hey, we think you're going to get an Oscar if you do this Monster Ball movie, but we're going to also want you to do this shitty Catwoman movie. And she'd be like, okay.
What since we're on the comic book trope, number 12 is Venom. They got a 30% rating.
I think that is a little unfair for the first Venom.
Yeah.
If it was 2, I'd say okay, because I hated Carnage. That's another one. That one got my blood boiling watching that movie. Just because I was such a fan of the series, the 90s cartoon, the video game, and then this piece of shit came out, and I was just like, I hate my life. But the first one I thought was good. Wasn't great, but it was good.
It was okay. I mean, I think it's a good 2000s comic book movie.
Yeah.
You know, I think it came out at a time when we wanted more out of our comic book films. And because the MCU was on a hot streak and, you know, DC was on a streak of some sort, you know, we were just like, you know, we like good writing. We don't like hokey shit. And Venom was, you know, was hokey shit. But the first one was passable, even though I love Tom Hardy, but he's not a good Venom. He's not a good Eddie Brock.
No.
That weird, you know, Claw from Inspector Gadget voice that he was doing made no sense to me. I'm glad the series is over because, like I said, 2 was terrible. That hurt. That angered me. You know, where it's just like, hey, we're gonna bring in Carnage. We're gonna have Woody Harrelson play Carnage, and we got that. Got whatever the fuck that was. 3 was just boring. Like I kept hearing people say 3 was the best one. I'm like, okay. Like
I'm gonna say I actually never got around to see the third one just because two hurt me so bad that I just couldn't get myself to around to three.
I, I have an unfortunate duty to fulfill where I have to watch all these things, even the
I
bad
feel you.
ones. I paid money to go see Madam Web.
Oh,
I paid money to watch Morbius. I paid money to watch Craven the Hunter.
Morbius hurt me too. Morbius that made me sad just because I mean you know this our inner circle knows this. I'm a huge Midnight Suns fan. I love the Dark series. You know, give me Doctor Strange, Morbius, Moon Knight, Ghost Rider, and a team up movie,
Mhm.
and Blade. Fucking, we need a new Blade movie. But anyway, getting off on a
We're
tangent
talking
here.
about we're getting one soon.
5 years ago,
In
there
6 years,
will be one Blade.
actually 7 years. We're coming on 7 years.
God damn.
AEW is still around, and we still don't have a Blade movie. Anyways, continue.
No, I'm done. I'm gonna get myself on a anger tangent here, talking about failed movies I wish were better.
Yeah. Anywho, okay, we got like 9 minutes. I know you got to be out here in a bit, so
That's all right. We only got a few more movies left on this list, I think.
we got oh boy, we got 17 more movies left.
Okay, that's fine. We can roll them out.
Most of these I don't think I've seen. Masterminds with Zach Galifianakis and Kristen Wiig.
I actually heard that was funny, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, 34% scored. Never saw it. The Lovely Bones, 31%.
Unfair. I actually love that movie. I think Mark Wahlberg shouldn't have been cast as the
Yeah.
dad. I know it was originally supposed to be Ryan Gosling, but he felt like he wasn't old enough for the role. But I think for the subject matter, 'cause I think Peter Jackson directed that movie.
Yeah.
Actually, I liked it. I thought I always want to say Tucci, but that's not right. I thought he played a great villain. So
Yeah,
I think that's unfair.
he was a bastard in that movie. Like I think it's a good movie. I just think it's just so fucking depressing because it's like in the end, I guess it's just like that's just how real life works. Like not everything is tied up with a bow, and we don't always find the killer right away. Sometimes it takes us years, but it's like I don't know. I guess it's because like the ending is such a downer.
It's bleak. It's pretty bleak.
I don't know. I don't like bleak endings. That's just me. Like in the case of like Infinity War, that was a bleak ending, but it led to another movie, and there's a bigger payoff. Whereas in this, it was just like it was too bleak. It was like the ending of Prisoners. Like that was bleak,
Yeah.
and
Well,
that had one of those like, did it really like? What do you think happened? And it's like I want to know what happened.
I'm not gonna lie. Like when I watched Begonia, that ending, I was like, I kind of want to take a shower. I mean, that was fucking bleak.
That that's one of those things. I describe that movie as unpredictable. Was it predictably unpredictable?
Yeah.
Because they made it seem like they were going to go one way, but then they went another way, but they really went this way.
Yep.
You're like, so you made me think that I was thinking, huh?
Yeah. Right.
That's why I made my top 10 because I really like that ending, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really
I,
good. Then I just sat there and like I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's just like scene after scene after scene. I'm just like, I was like, whew, I gotta go cheer myself up, take a shower. I mean, I gotta get out of this funk.
it's like when I saw that, my first question was, but the animals are okay. Okay, cool.
Yep.
That's all that matters. The Wedding Planner, 17%. Matthew McConaughey.
It's a McConaughey movie.
I think we're gonna get a lot of McConaughey movies from the 2000s.
He had a string of basically as him playing the same role.
Yeah, essentially, like that's just who he was back in the day, and now he's one of the best actors working
Right.
today. Number 16 is John Carter.
Never watched it. I know it bombed when it came out, but I never actually got around to watch it.
52%. I remember it's weird. That movie got like really bad marketing because it came like the week it came out. That's when Disney started marketing it.
Wow.
And I remember my wife's cousin was like saying it was based off of these comic books from like back in the day, like way back in the day, and it was called something else, but they just called it John Carter and not anything else. But never saw it. I can't judge it. I know poor dude Taylor, was it Taylor Kitsch?
Yeah,
Like, he was good on Friday Night Lights. Everything else he's come out has not been that great.
he was a bad Gambit.
Oh no, like it's like, dude, you're not even doing a fucking accent. You're just talking like yourself.
Right.
You know, you're not even trying to do a Cajun accent. And then he came out in John Carter, which I can't judge. He came out in season 2 of True Detective, and that was just terrible all around. So I can't even blame that on him. And so, I can't speak on it. Anyone who's seen John Carter, please let us know what you think. Number 17, New Mutants, 36%.
36.
It's all right.
Wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. I just think that one suffered from a bunch of rewrites, if I remember correctly.
Because it was supposed to come out in 2018. It was actually supposed to come out, I think, the week before, the week of, or week after Infinity War. But then they just kept pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back, and then obviously COVID happened, and it came out actually during COVID. I think that was actually the first movie we saw when they were barely opening theaters up.
Yeah.
I remember like the concept I liked. I'm like, oh, we're getting a horror R-rated version of the X-Men.
It was supposed to be R, but I think they changed that too to PG-13.
Yeah, like, because the whole idea of just like, hey, what if we touched on a subject where it's like, wouldn't it be scary as shit if you just found out you had powers? Wouldn't that freak you out?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this seems like it could be a good idea. And then I watched it, and it was just, again, it wasn't terrible, but it was just like, you can tell it was supposed to be rated R, but then they just cut a lot of shit out.
Yep.
It could have been a lot better. It could have been so much better. I'm not saying it could have been like Infinity War better, but it could have been one of those movies like a Thunderbolts, where
Right.
if you had just, taken off the handcuffs and just let them actually write and tell a story and be creative, it would have been one of those movies that were like, hey, New Mutants, good movie, underrated,
Yep.
slept on movie. Instead, it was just like, that was just okay to just boring to bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hopefully, we can get a better rendition in the future. Mordecai, 12%. Johnny Depp.
Oh, never watched it.
I remember that was supposed to be a franchise, because I know there's like a lot of books based on it, but I just heard it was bad, so can't speak on it.
Gotcha.
Club Paradise, 11%. So with Robin Williams.
Club Paradise. Never saw it either.
It's from 1986. Oh, fuck you. Van Helsing, 24%. I love Van Helsing. I don't care.
It gets a bad rap. I mean, I thought it was a good movie. Definitely more action packed. Would like to see actually it redone today, because I tried. It was on something. I don't know if it was just I was going through the channels and it was on, but I was like, ooh, that's kind of some bad CGI right there. So I would that movie I would like to see revamped.
Yeah, I really do think, in today's age with, better writing and, more practical effects, I think it could work. I think it really could work, in my opinion. We have a few more. I know you got to get out of here in a bit.
Okay.
So we'll just kind of skim through these. The Great Gatsby, 48%. Never saw it.
I thought it was fine. It was fine.
It was one of those movies that kind of angered me, where like they just kept showing trailer after trailer for this. I'm like, this looks like shit. But I can tell a lot of people. I already know who's going to like this movie, and I was right. Hoodwinked, 46%. Never saw it.
I think that's an animated movie, but I never watched it.
P.S. I Love You, 25%.
Rom-com, it's fine. It has our boy Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it, so it's okay.
Yep. Bewitched, 24%. You know what? I thought it was funny.
It's again rom-com. It's during the height of Will Ferrell, so it was okay.
25. Number 25, Glitter, 6%. Right.
Sure. Never watched it.
I
Didn't
without giving too much away about myself, I watched it.
Hey, that's okay, man. No
It it
judgment
put
here.
it put me to sleep.
Well, there you go.
It was a good. I can't. This is when I had more energy to stay up. To where now when it's 11, I'm like, ugh, I need to go to sleep. Whereas
Right.
back then 11 was like the beginning of my night. So that was one of those times of just like I can't sleep. I'm gonna put on a movie on HBO, and I saw that, and there is a scene where Mariah Carey's in a bikini. Anyways, we'll just keep it at that. Yeah, Glitter's a bad movie. Number 26, Battleship, 34%. Didn't see it.
It's action. I mean, it's based off a freaking board game. It was fine.
Yeah. Number 27, Jupiter Ascending, 28%.
It was fine. I mean, I think that's a Channing Tatum sci-fi movie, if I remember correctly. It was okay. Again, I mean, that one had a lot of reaching in it for plausibility and thin plot. It was okay.
And Mila Kunis is in it. I never saw it, so I can't speak on it. The Postman with Kevin Costner, 14%.
Never watched it. Can't.
Yeah, that was a point in Kevin Costner. We did that in Waterworld.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, yeah. And then number 29 is A Cinderella Story, 11%.
Was that the Hillary Duff movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't watched that since I was. I've seen it, but that was, of course, my younger days. It was fine. It's a Disney movie.
I saw it too. I thought it was okay. I mean, that was when I was like madly in love with Hillary Duff. I still kind of. And then they did a sequel with Selena Gomez, which that was okay. But it's just like it's a Disney movie. It's like, what do you
Yeah.
want?
Doesn't cater to us now.
It doesn't cater to us grown adult men who like grown adult men things, like
Right.
other grown adult men dressing up in costumes.
Yes.
But I had a few more, but I know you got to get out of here.
How many more you got?
Let me just run through.
Okay.
And Highlander 2, The Quickening.
I'm sure I've seen all the Highlanders. I just don't remember it.
Gotti, the one with John Travolta. Okay. Hook with Robin Williams. I like that.
Oh, fuck. That's a great movie. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, piss off, Rotten Tomatoes. Grandma's Boy. I never saw it, but I heard people liked it.
It's a weed movie. I mean, it's not to be taken seriously. I mean, guys lives in his grandma's basement, plays video games, smokes weed. I mean, it's an Adam Sandler movie without Adam Sandler because it has his other friends in it. It's fine.
Yeah, that, How High, Half Baked, Dude, Where's My Car? It's like those are movies from our youth that we knew were terrible, but we still enjoyed them.
Yeah, exactly.
The Greatest Showman. That's weird.
That's actually a good movie. I don't know why it's on there. Weird.
It says box office hit. Well, I think the reason is because like the real P.T. Barnum was not a good dude, so they tried to like make him seem like he was a hero for some reason. But like, I'm not really big into musicals. I watched that. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I said I thought Hugh Jackman was pretty great in it, but you're right. P.T. Barnum was not a good dude.
Jennifer's Body. Okay.
Oh, come on. That's a good movie.
This could be a discussion for another show, so I'll keep it, short and sweet. When it came out, there was a lot of controversy. I guess not really controversy, but like, I don't think people understood the movie. Like, it's a movie that's kind of gotten better with time because people got it. People are getting it.
Right.
Whereas back then, people looked at it as like, this is Megan Fox looking sexy, with her boobs and her butt hanging out. And she's, seducing boys and killing them. Whereas they weren't getting that it was satire, pretty much. It's
right.
about I'm probably not the right person to be saying this, but it's about a woman, that's kind of coming into her own body. Because there's a story that I think Megan Fox told, where they were, or not Megan Fox, the director. They were at a screening, and I guess like a screening, you're given notes on what to write. Like, I want more of this and less of this, blah blah blah. And somebody had wrote they want more of Megan Fox's boobs because they didn't get the movie, they didn't get the story, they didn't get what Diablo Cody, who is known for this kind of stuff, because she did was it Juno?
Yep.
what she won an Oscar for. And that's another story, different from Jennifer's Body, but it's about
Right.
a young woman, with dealing with teenage girl problems. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get attacked by people watching the replay, but whatever. But yeah, it's same shit. It's satire,
Right.
and that's why I guess that's why I got bad reviews, because people didn't get it. I got it when I
Yeah.
watched it back in the day. I'm like, oh, this is this kind of movie. All right, clever. I like it. And then there's a few more. Man of Steel. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, wasn't a perfect movie. I could have done without Superman destroying all of Metropolis. And,
Right.
Henry Cavill, I think, is kind of like an Andrew Garfield, where he didn't really get a chance to play the character the way he wanted to.
Right.
So he's one of those guys I root for. I'm like, I want him to find something.
Yeah. Find
That's
something
it.
massive success for him.
And he's Highlander, so maybe that'll be.
Yes.
The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, that was terrible.
Yeah, that was bad. I agree. That was a horrible movie.
Couldn't bring back Rachel Weisz, so you brought in Maria Bello.
Yeah.
I like Maria Bello, but it's like you can't replace a Rachel Weisz, dude.
I agree.
Armageddon.
I love that's my favorite movie commentary to listen to, is just hear Ben Affleck just tear that movie to shreds.
I just like, again, the famous quote of him talking to Michael Bay of like, hey, why don't we just like do what actual astronauts do? Just do this. And Michael Bay is like, because fuck you, I wrote the script.
But the movie's fine. I mean, it's action with some romance and saving the world. I mean, it was during that time where apocalypse movies were, you had Independence Day, you had Armageddon, you had what's the one that's like Armageddon? Deep Impact. I mean, that was during the time in the late 90s where everybody wants to see the world end. So it was fine.
Kind of want to see the world end right now. But yeah, but the one thing those movies didn't have that Armageddon has was that sweet ass Aerosmith track. Which my sister-in-law despises that song. She despises that song just as much as I despise the Celine Dion song from Titanic, which makes me hate Titanic by default. But we're running out of time. So next episode, we'll talk about the other stuff we're supposed to talk about. But I want to thank everybody for watching on the YouTube channel. I do want to say something. I'll make this quick. So I did make separate channels for the other shows. The only problem is I didn't know this was a thing on YouTube. I'm only allowed to use my phone number twice. Oh. And I have to wait a year to use it again.
Oh, wow.
So I had already put the shows on those channels. But since I can't stream because I can't, put my phone number with it, I was like, well, I might as well just put everything back on here. So those channels are still going to be up. I'm not just going to delete them.
Right.
I guess when the year comes up, we'll see what happens. But for the meantime, all the shows will be streaming here on the Experience channel, along with the Experience, which is tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time, on YouTube with, of course, myself, Justin from Spawn Measure Tees and Ruben Prime. This Saturday, me and Jeff Littman, Evil Dose, will be doing a post show for NXT Stand and Deliver.
Ooh, go check that out. Yes,
sir. And then hopefully this Sunday, either this Sunday or Monday, it will be another episode of Metal Drive Hoops with myself, Tony, and Mike. And of course, follow the YouTube channel. We're currently at 206 subs.
Woohoo!
We already passed our goal. We want to get to 300 and beyond. And follow the other socials like Twitter X, DY Experience, the Facebook page, the Instagram, and also the TikTok page. I usually post the reels on there. Yeah, that's really about it on my end. Do you want to plug yourself, Joe?
Yeah, you can find me on at Twitter X or whatever the hell you want to call it at Moose Breath. You can find me on TikTok at Joe Punches. I just randomly post silly shit or something inspiring, or when I'm bored. I don't know. When I get bored, I just put random shit on TikTok. That's what I do. But yeah, that's all I got. Follow Drew, like the video, comment, you know, do whatever. I'm not your dad.
I'm not your dad either, but we can be if you want us to.
But yeah,
Anyways,
I'm looking forward to next time we get to talk, Drew.
yes, sir. And once episode 4, this is episode 3. Once episode 4 happens, y'all will be the first ones to know.
Yeah.
But anyways, people, take care, and we'll see y'all next time. Or I'll see you guys tonight for the experience. Take care.
Take care, guys.